Okay, the first thing on our agenda, the meeting minutes of January the 21st.
Jay, I have a correction.
Okay,
On the very last page, in the sentence under adjournment, in the sentence where I certify that the minutes were true and accurate minutes of the January 21, I have 2020 instead of 2021.
yeah, well, that's becoming a habit with all of us these days.
That's my correction.
I just blame it all on Joan, but that's beside the point.
Oh, sure. She's good you can't see me, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind, right?
Sure.
Any other corrections for the meeting minutes of January the 21st?
No,
I'll entertain an agenda to
Make a
approve
motion.
that with amended, as amended.
Okay, go ahead,
I'll make a motion, we accept them with the change of the date
as amended.
amended.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Any further discussion on the meeting minutes of Energy Committee for 21 January 2021? Hearing none, all in favor, say your name and aye.
Robert, aye.
Joan, I.
Lil, I.
And Jay, aye. So that's done. Okay, in the correspondence, there's been a couple new things that have come out. You've all got the PDF files of the webinar that was held. And Lil and I got the notification that weatherization on MEI is now automated. I don't know if all of you have signed up for all of those alerts or not. That's entirely up to you. Particularly, I know the status of what everybody's gonna be, so. Actually, again, it's up to you if you wanna start receiving the emails and keep them, stop them, whatever you wanna do. It's up to you guys. You think of anything else, Lou?
No,
The only other, because of the correspondence, and we can get into a little deep later, of the webinar that we did, well, was put off on, that was what, February 11th, I believe it was, wasn't it, Lil?
I think so. I think, yeah.
Yeah, February 11th. We decided not to submit our FY20 Green Community Report because we weren't going to be able to apply for the April 21 timeframe. One of the things that have changed is you can apply twice a year now for green communities, not just once. Since we weren't going to meet the requirements for the April 5th one, we can work on the 3 September one. So we'll get some further discussion on into that as we go. How many people are signed up for MEI anyway, besides Lil and I?
That would be it. There's not
Okay.
for anybody else to be, to get in there.
Oh, I didn't know if they had read-only access, if they wanted to see it or something.
I would assume they would, but,
Hmm.
I hope they can generate reports if they want to do that, so,
That's why I was just wondering.
okay.
Okay, under open action items, we have two things there. We have already, at our last meeting, drafted our selection to the select board for FY 2021 Green Community Application. And Lil has updated the spreadsheet to show all of that. Did you distribute that spreadsheet to everybody, Lil?
I don't know if I sent it to everybody, but Joan has a hard copy and Bob and I have hard copies, and I did send it to you.
Yeah, I know I have it, but I didn't know if everybody had it. If anybody wanted to review it or comment on it, we can do that. But it was pretty much set in stone at that point in time, but who knows what's gonna change between now and September. And as we're coming to an end of our term on 30 June, that's probably a date we should be more looking at than September. But that's, again, everybody's individual. If they want to continue or they're done, that's up to them. So the wording on the FY Green Community Grant under open action item, we should probably have another sub-bullet for FY 21 Green Community application, because we haven't closed the FY 20 Green Community applications, ECMs. We should probably open one for FY 21 Green Community application ECMs. What did everybody think about that?
I think that's
And that way,
a good thing.
that way we can have two separate ones instead of them combined, and when one's done, we can just vote to get rid of it, and then we'll just keep working on the one that's open.
That sounds good.
So you want to take care of that, Lil?
I will do that.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, we're not scheduled to present anything to the select board due to the changes which we've already discussed. They're still working on finalizing the FY 20 ECMs because there may be a mod to the contract, so we can't do anything until we hear back from Mass DOER. And then our FY 21, I'm presuming is gonna stay the same. As far as that goes, the FMC submitted quote for 5,400. That was the one for the safety complex, right?
Which item are you on?
1A3.
I don't have an A3.
Well, I'll make it an A2. A3 sub-bullet 2. I think that's the one that Jeremy Carey is working on to get FMC on board for both the new library and the safety complex, to have one company monitor the relative humidity, the environmental factors, relative humidity, heat, temperature, air conditioning, everything like that. So really, we don't need to carry that because that's comes under maintenance now.
Yeah, so do we even need to put it on there?
No, I don't think so. That's up to him to do what he wants to do with his maintenance stuff.
Now, can I back up on the fiscal year 20 Green Community? I'm sorry, the 21 ECMs, are we not presenting them to the board yet because we're waiting on all the final details of the
Yeah,
20?
we have to close out the FY 20 before we can solidify the FY 21. Because there could be changes through the contract mod. So instead of doing something twice, let's just hold off and do it once.
Okay.
Anything else under the open action items number 1 that we haven't touched on?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Okay. Then Dufresne lights, we've added to the FY 21 ECMs. The MVP status update, as far as I'm concerned, since they have a new MVP committee, and I think we've talked about this, let them handle MVP.
So we can vote to take it off the agenda?
Yeah, I would think so. And we did send a letter to the select board about the electric light department going to economic development. But I don't know if they read it or not. They didn't bring it up at the meeting. But I know it was in the reading material.
Okay, so before you get to the, with the utility electric department, can we make a motion for the MVP grant status?
Yeah, and do we want to send a letter to us formally to the select board that will no longer be monitoring that? Since they have an MVP committee? I know we sent an email, or I sent an email, that recommending that all of those committee members signed up for the MVP newsletters and stuff like that. Do we want to formalize that?
Well, as Bob just pointed out to me, in the minutes we just approved, we did make a motion to remove it from the agenda, and it says Jay Joyce will send an email to the select board regarding any further MVP grant updates from the committee.
And I did complete that, but should we formalize it with an a memo to the select board, like we did the electric light department? What do you think? So that,
I don't think so. It's just, I mean, it's out of our hands right now.
okay, that's fine. We just let it lie. We won't even have MVP on our agenda anymore. It's gone.
Right, and we voted to take it off, so we won't even go there this time. I'll take it out
Okay.
entirely.
I'm just going by number 3, the MVP grant status.
Yep,
Okay, we're on number 4 for the electric light department.
yep.
Again, the memo was sent to the select board. A vote to remove from agenda, I would have to say yes. I will tell you, there was no discussion on it, so I doubt they forwarded on to the economic development.
So as of today, the select board has not,
The select board has not done any actions with it, to my knowledge.
okay, how
Honest
about,
operation, no.
has not acted on the recommendation?
That's fine.
Okay, so now we need a motion. I'll make a motion to remove the Granby Municipal Utility quote electric department from the agenda. We need a second.
I don't second.
Any further discussion on the memo to the select board as far as transfer of the electric department? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Lil, I.
Jay, aye, that's unanimous on the ayes.
The ayes have it.
Moving right along here, the MEI report requirements. Well, these are gonna come, these reporting requirements are going to come with a lot of the changes in that PDF file everybody got. Now, I will tell you that if you go to the website, the April block requirements are there. Should you think we should put that on our agenda to review the April block 1 requirements, anticipating that they're going to be the same for block 2?
Under MEI report requirements?
Right. We want to make sure we're
Well,
reporting everything.
Is that an MEI requirement or is that a green community requirement?
Well, MEI is a green community requirement, so anything under MEI or anything else they decide to put in that application is gonna
So where
have to
we
be
have-
expressed.
Okay, so where we have vehicle policies, we're
Yeah.
gonna say that,
Well, again, they were telling us verbally, remember, that the gross weight was going up, the miles per gallons were going up.
mhm.
Well, since we're not submitting one in April, I haven't gone out to check the new requirements myself.
So, what if we say that the committee,
We'll take an action to review those requirements before the next meeting.
review any new requirements
Yeah, we'll review the current block 1 requirements of the green community application and see if they are changing anything that we've done differently. Because we are still responsible as far as signing off the vehicle purchases and stuff like that to make sure they meet the green community requirements.
Okay. Got it?
So we'll take an action to review those before the next meeting, and then we can discuss them then.
Anyone?
Or we could just let Joan do it and she can give us a report.
Right. Don't think so.
Okay, we've pretty much gone over old business. Unless somebody gets something else in there that I missed.
Updated green community energy reduction plan.
Is that under old requirements or that's under new?
That's under MEI requirements, that's B, as in boy.
Oh, yeah, okay. I missed that one. Yeah, we have to update our green community energy reduction plan. Everybody's got a copy of that, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. I mean, I can send it out if everybody wants a copy. It was initially written in June of 2011. And we know it has to be updated. The question is, we know that the new library didn't come into effect 2013, so that's not listed in the baseline document. And if you review the energy reduction plan, it's got a lot of the baseline requirements that they use to calculate your reduction. We don't want to change any of those, right, Lil?
Right.
So should we just take an action to add the new library to that?
We've got listed the vehicle policies, safety complex, junior, senior high, and East Meadow.
Right.
Could add the library.
Yeah, we have to add the new library. I understand that.
So I'll just add after East Meadow at the new library.
Yeah, because that's not mentioned in the energy reduction plan because it wasn't built when the baseline document was written.
Okay.
And there was other stuff we talked about, Energy Star equipment and stuff like that. If the town purchases stuff, they'll make sure that it's energy efficient and Energy Star and all that stuff like that.